so before we get to the video, we have to, of course, start off with the Black Friday deals because, well, it's that time of year and we gotta do it. So let's go check it out. So of course, guys, we have our very own Black Friday deal where everything on our website that is our products is 22% off. We have new banners, new hoodies, new t-shirts, new stickers, new bunch of stuff. When does it go till?
November 30th.
Which is what?
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, November 30th, it goes till. So guys, don't miss out. Once stuff is gone, it is gone. We also have deals for international. We have a flat rate $20 shipping, no matter what you get. So bulk up with your buddies, save yourself some money, and yeah, and of course 10% off all Link products until, nope, no, it's too late, you guys missed out. Actually, no, till
Sunday.
Sunday night. So you have it till Sunday night at
I will be up till midnight.
Midnight. 10% off all Link products. I never do this, so please take advantage of it. But for now, let's get to the video. All right, so we finished off the last video working on the E36 because right now, that's our main goal, is to get this thing finished up because I want to drive it in the LZ Invitational, which is like in less than a month, and I'm leaving for like half of that time. So we got to get this thing finished up quick, and there's still a list of things to do. So we are working on the drivetrain. As you guys saw, we pulled everything out yesterday, and now we're putting it all back together. So one thing I did want to show you guys, especially for the E36 guys, is my new Driveshaft, right? Check this thing out. As you can tell, it does look very similar to the OEM one, but it's a little bit different, all right? So this is made by my buddies down at HDT Automotive. It's kind of a mouthful. I'll put the link in the description, but they make a beefier OEM style Driveshaft, which is huge, right? Because not only are these things getting old, they're just, well, not as strong, right? So what they do first is they make a stronger front section, right? Because they're known to break in this area, which is not good. Broken Driveshaft is a mess. On top of that, they put all new beefier U-joints on here, all serviceable, which is really nice. So if we somehow blow one out, we could replace it, which is really cool. And it's all new, ready to go. Beautiful piece. So check them out. You're gonna have to like go like this. Fit. Oh, there's two controversial things about the drive shafts on E36s and BMWs in general. Not only do they have a center support bearing, but they also have this basically bushing that goes between the drive shaft and trans. Do you see it? It's called a guibo. A lot of guys either like to get rid of them or upgrade them, and the ZF transmission gets pissed if you don't run an OEM guibo. Like if you run a solid one or upgrade a bushing one, for some reason they just hate it. It gets very vibrating, makes a lot of noise. And as far as the center support bearing goes, we haven't upgraded one of Brian's. Doesn't seem to hate it too much, but just keeping up on OEM stuff tends to be the move.
Hello there, Austin.
What are you doing?
Making the charge pipe. Ooh, that's warm. Let's see how close I am.
Did you see what he did? See what he did?
Cut his shit up.
He cut a big old hole in her.
And I'm okay with it.
Poor girl.
I love it.
Everything's great. It's part of the process. Nice work, sir.
Never said I was a fucking good welder.
I did. He's a good welder.
Pipes welded. Need to bead roll the edge so the coupler doesn't slip off. Got a very nice Fioric bead roller. Jimmy actually bought me this. Yeah. Before we even talked about moving in. Good guy. Got the little bead on it. And the other side's the opposite. Just put it in.
Can opener, but you're dimpling it instead of cutting it open. Yeah, look at that. It's a solid piece of equipment there.
Nice and smooth. One side done. I'm gonna go over this side just to give it a more profound bead to grab onto. Yeah.
When you tack it on the car, you know it's gonna fit.
Simple, nice straight coupler here.
Easy to replace.
Easy to replace, easy to replicate.
When you blow a 90 coupler at the track, they're
That's
always
the worst.
it's the hardest one to find. So straight couplers, everyone's always got them.
Worst case, you can always take a 90 and cut it straight.
There you go.
Yeah, hold that up. We're good. Clean it. Really good. Cast aluminum sucks to weld. It's never the prettiest, but heating it up, pre-welding it helps a lot. I'll say, that's some of the best casting I've done. I'm happy with it.
That's rare to see.
I know.
That ain't going nowhere.
I like it.
Cool, you gonna polish the housing now?
No. Where's Donald?
So on to more drifty boy mods. And as you guys can tell, right here is a full line kit to plumb in our hydraulic handbrake, right? Our little e-brake, a little drift brake there. So the one thing that's weird that we're gonna be doing on this car is instead of running a second set of calipers directly for the handbrake, we're actually gonna be running the handbrake in line with our factory calipers, which is a little strange, right? Because this is supposed to be like our full tier drift build, and we're running an inline, which is usually kind of like a street car or like beginner thing to do, right? So if you guys remember, onto the whole purpose of why we picked this chassis was to get used to the whole right-hand drive thing, competition car. So when I go overseas, like the Bash and Ireland's, I'm used to that style of car, right? Because I hopefully plan to drive a lot over there next year, which is really cool. Now what I've learned, I could be completely wrong, but talking to all the other pro drivers that were there, and there was a lot, most guys over there run inline handbrakes, which I thought was pretty strange. So I said, screw it, we're gonna do it like them, and we are running an inline handbrake. So now the e-brake just works with the factory brakes. This is the factory brake line diagram I pulled off of the catalog. As you guys can tell, we have our brake master, we have our hydro, and then we have our rear calipers, right? So usually a lot of guys will have a second caliper in the rear, right? And they kind of come together and they go straight to the handbrake, and boom, that's your brake system, right? No. This time what we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of the second calipers because we don't got them, and we're just gonna steal this little splice right here to the rear lines and go boom and boom. Easy, right? So when I pull my handbrake, it actuates the calipers. Easy. Usually E36s have ABS, which makes things a little bit weird, but we got rid of that a while ago. So our rear brakes first go to a prop valve. You see right here. That helps us balance how much power goes to the rear calipers versus the front calipers. So from there, it goes straight back to the rear lines. So we're just gonna basically take it off of that and go straight to the handbrake. We're gonna go through one of the holes that Spoon made in the plate over here. Get that down there. Worry about that later. Is that going on for good now?
Sure. Almost done. There's one more thing we gotta do for the cold side. I'm surprised Jimmy's letting me do it. Turbo's on, and it's in a good location, but it's not getting any fresh air. So what happens is it's sucking in hot air, air intake temps go up, car runs hotter, and just repeats the cycle. So to combat that a little bit. Is that the word?
Combat? Yeah.
Combat. Jimmy's letting me cut a hole in the headlight.
Hey, you want to do that?
Yeah.
You want to get in there?
Yeah.
I know, it's such a weird location. Look at it, it's just, yeah, whatever.
Get some fresh air. Help
Just
go around.
Don't cut my radiator support.
No, just the headlight.
Okay. You did enough cutting for one day.
Sure. Trying to get this backing off to make it a lot cleaner. Clean that up.
This is a dang old hole in my headlight.
Yeah, but think about it. Colder air
Equals brighter lights. Love that. All right, so we shoved it through the firewall, and we're gonna go to where the reservoir would usually go on these things, right? Because it's feeding it with fluid. Now we gotta get this to the rears. All right, so this is what we got going on here. So this comes off the master, goes all the way down, then it splits to both of the calipers, right? Instead of going straight to the calipers, we actually have a bulkhead here. If you guys don't know what a bulkhead is, it's just a double end fitting, right? That you could use to sandwich, let's say, like a layer of metal, right? So it holds in. So we could attach this to the chassis and go line to chassis and then chassis to caliper. All right, we're gonna take our bulkhead right here. Do you see it? We're gonna take it and we're just gonna shove it right there. Look at that. And I'll put this on the bottom, and it'll be a nice Dash 3 sandwich on the chassis. One goes right here to our handbrake. Spoon's been grinding on that headlight for the last hour. Nothing there. It's like you're porting a damn intake with that thing.
cleaning it up.
Well, you're probably wondering, Jimmy, where do I put my damn bulkhead? There's so many spots to put it. So, two things to keep in mind when trying to figure out where to put your line to your caliper, right? Is it hot or is it moving, right? So you gotta be aware of the exhaust, and you gotta be aware of the suspension, because the suspension goes up and down. So you could have it in the lift and it's not in the way, but you gotta think of your suspension. If it was fully compressed, will it hit the line? So what I did was I put it behind everything. Instead of putting the bulkhead in the front of the suspension and then going over the suspension, I went directly behind the suspension. So now we can go from right behind the axle straight to the caliper. Easy. The only thing we have to be wary of is where the exhaust goes, but we could kind of tie it up out of the way if the muffler does get in the way.
Nice. We're still missing the sockets for the corner lights.
Yes, on the list, on the list. That's pretty cool. It's a big old hole. It'd be sick to actually like make an intake to go straight to the turbo, but the angle I think is not gonna, it might work, but that's like a whole day project, try to make that fit. Now we got this like nice, you see that?
Nice.
Nice. So new turbo is on, Spoon has it fitted. Now we have enough room over here, we can put the fan shroud in. We're gonna take the downpipe out so we can wrap it because it is just exposed heat right now. And then put that together, finish the cooling system, and the drivetrain should be good to go. Well, easier said than done. It's like it always adds up, you know? Look at me being an adult and using a mighty vac to bleed my brakes. Look at that. Good morning. All right, so it is officially bled. Don't scratch the door. Check it out. Handbrake. The vacuum bleeder. It didn't really do the job this time. She let me down, Spoon. She let me down.
It's a weird system. It's not a normal.
Yeah. That thing always lets me down. So what worked best for us was crack one of the bleeders, push the foot brake all the way to the floor very slowly, and then don't lift up. Pull the e-brake very slowly and tighten. Worked great. If you're doing this type of system, do it that way. So Spoon, what's happening right now?
Heat management.
Yes, we need a lot of that.
A lot of it.
We're bringing the heat this year. We got to keep it calm.
Yeah, and I want some spicy. I want some spicy tune-ups from you.
Yeah, there we go. It's a tight fit in there. I mean, we shoved the turbo in a car that was not supposed to have a turbo.
It's all right.
But it loves it. So tips and tricks, right? The heat wrap, if you wet it, it makes it a lot more malleable.
And fiberglass is itchy.
Itchy, so wear gloves. I learned the hard way. Wear gloves. Don't touch your clothes and wet it. And pull tight.
Yep.
And love that. That thing's ridiculous.
I always use worm clamps. I can never get those tie straps to tighten up tight.
Yeah, neither can I. Looks like we don't have much to do, but we have so much to do, and I'm trying to test this car in like 2 days.
Yeah.
Everything, yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm having a good time.
Everything's great.
Come on, Spoon vision. Oh yeah. Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Wow, that was impressive. Heat management. I also want to make a cover to cover the coil packs, just because I don't want to get these things hot, but we will put that on the list for later.
Add it to the list.
All right, now for B-roll. Fan shroud it's almost there, which is really, really cool. So,
About halfway there.
obviously, if you mount a fan on the radiator, the only area that actually gets air through it is where the fan is. You put a shroud on it, it pulls air from the entire radiator, which we need because when we're sideways, air isn't really naturally going through it. So the fan's kind of doing all the work in drift. So making sure you have a really good shroud, a really good fan is very, very important, especially since we have a straight 6 iron block engine. It likes to produce heat. I had a really hard time keeping the coupe cool just because I had a very inferior cooling system on that car.
Hey,
but
you gotta wire a fan relay.
I do got to wire a fan relay. I keep going back. I keep thinking I'm done, and then I'm just go. Oh, I gotta remake this line. Oh, I gotta add a line here. Oh, I gotta rewire this. I've been running around in the background and lose my mind, but we're getting close. Close enough, at least that we could hear it run. I want to hear it run with the new turbo. We need neutral. There we go.
Not even down. Good.
There we go. Oh, the muffler is not on. I'm like, why does it sound so different?
It sounds better.
It sounds better.
It sounds way better.
I know, we gotta delete the muffler on this thing. Before, when it was a street car, I wanted it quiet, but now it's a drift car. It sucks when you're getting chased and the person behind you's car is louder than yours. It kind of freaks you out. It sounds so different, it's weird.
It sounds good.
It does sound good. I'm over here soiling this beautiful Wiring Specialties fan relay harness. This was for the JZX, but we have a clutch fan on the JZX because on that car it is definitely superior. But we only need one of these relays. These things are massive, and so we're gonna cut it up. Sorry, boys, but it's a good ass relay. I feel so guilty doing this. This is it. We have a fan controller kit for the E36. Love that. And now we have an extra one for the 86. A little heat resistant foam tape to seal up the edges. So every little CFM getting pulled through that fan gets through the radiator. The whole radiator setup is good to go. Shroud is on. The expansion tank is on. We almost forgot about this, so good thing we didn't. And then the fan relay, it's all wired up. I just gotta mount it now, so we're nice and pretty. We have cable ties on the rails. You guys know how it goes. It's nice, it's kind of cool. It's like one of the first builds that my first thought is, how can I make this as easy to fix at the track? Not necessarily, how nice can I make this look?
We're not trying to tuck nothing, get anything out of it. We're not trying to hide nothing.
No, we're not trying to hide nothing. We're just trying to make it so, like, my first thought is, can I, like, bypass this? Can I rig it? Is it easy to remove? Because I'm thinking, like, on the side of the track, you're pissed off, you're sweaty, it's really hot out, the whole engine bay is hot, everything sucks, like, that mentality.
Been there.
It is tidied up, almost ready to go, get coolant in it, and it's, I don't know, it's almost done already.
Aside from the cluster, yeah. But we can dyno without
Yeah,
it.
we're missing the cluster, which is ships out Monday, and then the rest from there is dialing in the alignment, making sure everything is good, tuning it on the new turbo, and
Mechanically, that's it. I got a few things to do on the body wise, but
yeah. we are getting there. So, oh man, good progress.
good 2 days.
The bleeding process of BMW is very interesting. E36. You think you got it figured out, and it doesn't work. All right, everything seems good. 178, the fan should kick on at 180, which should happen any second now if I wired it right. Come on, baby. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, that's got good airflow. That feels awesome. I love that. That's sick, right? I love that.
That's crazy.
That's sick. Now we just took the muffler section off, so we're gonna do a straight back with a turn down, so it might make it a little bit louder, which is good. It's still kind of quiet. You know what they say, DJ? The best muffler is the turbo.
Exhaust. No, yeah, it's the turbo. I know what you meant. I know what you meant.
All right, just so I could like feel like I solidified our victory today, I just want to pull it out, do our typical victory loop, and pull it back in. That's all I want. It'll be good for the soul. I think even Spoon's dying to see it. So let's pull this thing out and see what we forgot to tighten up. I can't see anything. And there's a lot of new things happening.
How's it feel though?
Tight.
It's good.
It's still, yeah, it's not overheating. Huh.
Sounds good.
It's intimidating.
It's good.
It's intimidating, very intimidating. Gotta bleed the power steering, that's for sure. How's it look?
It looks really, really good.
I can't wait till you get, oh, the third brake light's so fire.
Slide.
Ring
slide.
Ring slide. I couldn't keep it tamed. Like I kept trying to like tame it, and it could just sit and like crab walk. I'm not used to that much angle.
Yeah.
It also has 0 caster right now, so it's so weird. But It gets out of hand so fast. Also forgot that there was like 120 PSI on the rear tires from trying to get these tires to seat.
Did the bead seat?
Yeah, the bead set. That's probably why the car felt like it was a little out of control out there. For now, Spoon and I are burnt out, but great progress in the car. It's so nice to see it on the ground. The headlight thing is super, super cool and probably much needed. We basically, besides like the drivetrain, we've redone everything. So just to go out there and hop in it and do that, feels amazing. So for now, guys, once again, last chance for the Black Friday deals. We have a bunch of banners left. We got the new tees, the new hoodies. We're doing the giveaway for the Nardi wheel, right? I keep forgetting to mention that.
Yeah.
Any order over $100.
Any orders over $100. Brand new.
Doesn't matter what it is.
360, black perforated leather, black spokes, red.
Chance to win. And most orders are kind of small, so the chances are pretty good. So, and of course.
At this rate, I might give away a second one.
Why not? Yeah. Fuck it. Okay, RJ, take a wheel out of my car, I guess. All right. It's so good, but for now, we're gonna end it. You guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. And RJ,
Have a great night.
It's sad because I